we are actually going to get in and start actively playing. So that means we're going to start looking at how to pay our bills and how to work with our register. The register is what you're going to do to record all your transactions that you do throughout the game. It'll keep you with an active balance, and you're going to check off that you've done. When you've paid something, you come over here and you mark it as paid. So these boxes should not be checked until you've paid it. Okay, so starting off, we're going to go to Student Home, and you will see up here at the top is going to show you your engagement. I have it now showing all. Um, you can have it to where action only required, or you can have it show all. Honestly, I would keep it at action only, but for me to show you what all is here, I'm going to go through each of these steps. So when you log in each time, you should read your dashboard alerts. That's that first one it's asking you to do. So you come over to your dashboard alerts, you click on it, and it tells you we have a new bill from Vista View Apartments and it's now available for us to pay it. So you can go back to inbox, and you're going to continue doing this until all your dashboard alerts are red. You should have nothing red up. It will not be marked as the red color up there if you're done. So all of these should be red to be able to clear that checklist. Now I've read my dashboard alerts. Some of the other ones that y'all will have is the welcome to the game, the fact that your um, credit card and renter's insurance are both out. Next thing it says our pending checks needs to be greater than our outstanding bills, and we'll come back to this one here in a minute. So next thing it wants us to do is view our bank balance. So if you come up here to bank, it lets us see our bank balance. It lets us see our savings account balance. It tells us that we do have our late fee. Remember, if we have one time where we get to use our late fee. And then account activity is down here at the bottom. We're going to look at this more as we pay our bills. So let's look at paying our first bill. So I come over to on my budget that I created, and y'all will be able to, this is going to be an active document, so you'll unsubmit it, or no, speak after I've graded it, you should be able to have access to it. So you'll come in here and you'll look and see what did you have planned to do. Well, I have a credit card that I'm planning to make a $400 payment to this pay period. So I come over here and find my Surge credit card, and I will make a $400 payment to it. So $400. Do not put the dollar sign. There's already a dollar sign given to you. I'm going to choose the first available day because I planned it to be paid out of this. And this is for my credit card payment. And I'm going to pay the bill. So if I come down here to pending checks, I make sure my payee is the person I wanted it to go to, that I put the amount I wanted, and I won't put the date that I want it to be recorded at. Okay, those all check out. So I'm going to come over to my register. It says it's going to get paid on March 3rd. And so 3 3. It tells me my check number is 1686. Tells me my transaction is to make a credit card payment, so to Surge. Credit card. And this was a withdrawal. So I'm going to put 400 under my withdrawal. So let's look at what's on our credit card. So let's go over to credit card. So our current balance is this number here. So that's your current balance. The next thing that we have is you can look at the invoice. This is how much was charged to us that we had coming into the game. So they had charged at the beginning of the game, they had a total on our credit card of $527.52. So that's how much we have to have paid off if we don't want to have any of the interest charged to us on this credit card. I don't have that much budgeted. That's just I only did the 400. But the next time I get paid, which is this next Friday, I can make another payment. And so that will get taken care of. Remember that we talked about the credit utilization points. And so down here talks about what you need to do to be able to keep your points below that. So as long as my credit card balance is between 0 and 750, I earn 5 points a day. I don't start losing points until I get down here above 75% used, which what that means is when my account balance gets above $1,125, I start having penalty points. These points are going to matter because there is a score ranking that's going to be a part of the game. The class with the highest average percentage wise will earn a party at the end of this challenge. So the class that has the highest score will have a party at the end of the challenge. Okay, so let's continue on with paying our checks. And so I can see my outstanding bills if I scroll down here, and under financial capability, I can see my vendors with outstanding balances. And so with that information, I can click here and I can go down to the next one I have. And so I look over at my budget. I've paid my credit card. The next thing I have down here that I have pending is my Safe Place insurance. I look at it and I see this number, and I look over here and that's what I budgeted here. So I did good. And now let's go ahead and pay it. So I'm going to make a payment towards it. So go to banking, pay bills. This is Safe Place Insurance. And I can see here it tells me it is my renter's insurance. So I know I've got that good. And so my Safe Place Insurance, I want to go ahead and pay right now. And my balance was $250. And this is for my renter's insurance. Pay bill. Next thing I do is I go down here and scroll. Safe Place Insurance, that's good. My check number is 1687 and it's $250 that I did. So I go over to my register, 3-3 and 1687, and this is for Safe Place Insurance. And it's a withdrawal because this is the money that's coming out of my account, so $250. So that's taken care of. I don't have a cell phone bill yet, so I can't take care of that. But I can make a transfer to my savings account. So I'd planned to make a transfer to my savings account. So that means I need to go up to banking, come down here to savings account, and I'm going to transfer some funds over to it. My transfer amount is going to be $750, and I'm going to make the transfer. And so if I go to savings account activity, you'll see transfer to savings. That's good. So over here on my register, and today's date is 3/2. This is when it actually happened. There is no check number. And I write transfer to savings. This is a withdrawal from my checking account of $750. So I come back over to my budget. It's all marked off as paid. It's taken care of. Now, the last on my student home. The last bill I have is vendors with balance, is my Vista View Apartments. And I look at it and I check and see my current balance. Does that match with what I marked over here? And that's yes. I planned on paying this after my next pay period on March 6th through 9th. So when I come to banking and I go to pay bills, I need to choose the 6th. This date must be in this window. Otherwise, we're going to have problems. And so my rent is $1,150.00. Do not put a comma. If you put a comma, you will have problems. And this is for my rent. Pay bill. So, if you'll notice here, this transaction date, verify that it's in the right window, and it is. And so I am going to come over to my register. I'm going to mark off that I have scheduled that payment. I'm going to go to my register. And when am I going to get this paid? This is going to get paid on 3/6. So I type March 6th. My check number is, again, right here, 1688. This is to my Vista View Apartments. And this is a withdrawal of $1,150. You'll notice that I'm in the red, and that's because my deposit hasn't come in yet for that. That's okay, because this is going to be a pending transaction for later. So I have taken care of all my outstanding bills. Now let's go to student home. We've already reviewed bank balance. Now let's check on, if we have it, we've already checked on review credit card utilization. And this is something that you do every day when you come in. You look at your credit card, you look at how much is owed, because you want to keep that number in this window, because that's earning you points. Those points are going to matter for the contest. So That's one thing that you need to have. Okay, so let's go over here to Student Home. Review score details. So if you go down here, you need to do that every so often, about every 6 days. And if you come down to the bottom, rank and stats, that lets you know your rank. Your current points are here. And then if you click on View Details, it tells you what you've earned and what you've lost. This lost column is where you're going to be wanting to make sure you're not having anything in that lost column. Those are the points that are going to hurt you. And if we keep scrolling down, you'll see your trophy points. You'll see your retirement usage. And your total breakdown is down here. If you want to see how you are against the national class rankings, we're down here. Okay, now you've checked that. Review your 401k. So let's go over to our 401k. And so 401k is with our employer. You get a 401k. This is where you can change elections and trade funds. You should have already set your elections, and they will be showing here. Now we can go in here and trade funds. So we need to tell it how many to sell. 2,427.37 and then you're going to tell it the percent to buy. And so this is the percents that I was talking about earlier. So you want to remember that usage, that ratio under 0.5. So when you're making your purchases, this is where you'll go in here and make your trades. This needs to be done fairly soon. Needs to be done today or tomorrow. You can change your 401k contributions. So if your percent is not what's going to help you meet that goal of your budget, then that's where it is. Also, several of you had issues and you were having troubles with finding the number that needs to go over here for your paycheck. And I made notes to y'all that your paycheck number was off. That's the number that should go over here. So those two numbers should match. Okay, so let's look at Student Home. And we are going to, the next thing that's on our list for engagement is review trophy and goals. So we come down here and our trophy and goals are in this section. And so we click on it. You can see your status to get to your emergency fund. And so this will be rewarded. And this closes in 8 days. That tells you where you have your remaining days. And so let's go to the next one. Perfect Play. This tells you your total late fees and award points and award trophies. So let's go down to the next one. Credit card management. This one says that we want to make sure we have the second one paid off in full. And it's going to keep a running total of our credit that's owed on our credit card. So this number will tell you your credit card balance. Remember, that needs to be paid off in full for the second payment period. You should be taking and making progress towards it. Then your 401k, you'll see here how much progress you have and how much you have left to go. Then we're going to look at our credit health. And this will let you see your points that you have, your daily penalties. So these are the ones where you can see to check this. This is where you're going to go to your credit card and you can see your credit utilization and your daily score penalties. And our debt reduction. This is the one that paid by the end of the game that you need to have an extra $500 towards your student loan. Our goal is $500. We have paid a total of $0 extra. So that's the reason it shows us there. Now look at our investment goals. Here, I still have actions required because I have not traded my funds. So I need to get that done. Remember, that needs to be done by 3/9. Our strategic investor. This is where you should have chosen your strategy. And it will save it. You can come back in here if you change your mind in this first little bit, you can change it. So if you have not done that, make sure you have it changed. And executing the plan. Right now, my portfolio is below the market because I have not made any transactions, so I'm not beating the market right now. And then the low-cost investor tool. Right now, my expense ratio is 0.5. I have not accumulated any fees as I have not done my trades. So that walks you through the budget challenge now that you have transactions you can do. You need to do all of those transactions. You need to have something done for each of those things and have it match your budget.